Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski, the new Atlantic Fleet, Battle of the Atlantic, continued as Britain. If you enjoy the content of my channel, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. We are in week 2.5 of January 1942, and we have got 15 squares on the tonnage wall. It's nice, it's a nice sight. 15. It's good. Right. I'm not really too sure what to do. Everyone is in their proper positions. I guess do a torpedo check perhaps. 7, 10. That's fine. 6, 8, 7. That's also fine. 3 and 7. I'll swap. Who was it that had 3? The Beagle. I'll send the Beagle in to get rearmed. There we go. I mean, 3's not terrible, but you know, there's 4 each here, so I'll take 4. 3's where it starts to get a little bit iffy, because if you get like a bunch of submarines, then it gets tricky. Basically, you may be forced to do certain things that you wouldn't want to do. Everyone so far seems to have enough torpedoes to defend themselves, though, and any convoys that may be in the area. Nearly done now. Got 9 and 5 here. Over here we've got 8 and 5. That's fine as well. All good. Well, B turret on the Juno is destroyed, but apart from that, all is well. Alright, let's see what we need to do. First message, and it's not a good one. Iceland. Allied convoy attacks by submarines. 48,090 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 2.5 of January 1942. Right, we have our first engagement. It's still in week 2.5 of January 1942. North Atlantic, sunny weather. The destroyer Boreas with no damage, and the destroyer Saint Laurent with light damage. We're escorting a convoy of merchant ship, large freighters, T2 tankers, troop transports, a C3 freighter and a C2 freighter, and they have all come under the attack of the submarine U-527 in the morning. U-527 with the initiative. Oh, those troop ships look very close. Almost point blank range. And of course the destroyers are miles away. We can barely see the submarine on the sonar, and something tells me we won't have air support out here because it's too far away from land. Correct? Correct. Right, in that case we're going to have to open up with the guns. The one downside to doing that is that it's a fairly ineffective thing to do, which is why I tend to not do it. Because even if you do score a hit, number one, they don't have to go. They can stay where they are. They won't disengage immediately. Well, I suppose that's the only reason, isn't it? And if you're not careful, then what can happen is you'll be in position to do a drop and splash, and then they'll decide, oh, actually, do you know what? I'm gonna go and disengage. And then what do you do? I mean, you'll have saved the convoy, sure, but the threat will still very much be there, and that submarine can still go out and do very bad things. Are these the same class? CD, and this is B class. Oh, so they're a different class. I was going to say, because we could then use the targeting information and get a sort of a better estimate. I will gamble though, and I'm not gonna listen to 15.4. I'm gonna go 14.1. Let's see if that does anything. Shoot. A little bit short. Right, well, we've now got the right old job of figuring out how to save as many ships from the convoy as we possibly can do. Most of the ships will simply turn away to port. No, this is a tanker as well, isn't it? You go backwards and harder starboard. Those are torpedoes in the distance over here. Yeah, backwards and harder starboard for you as well. Are you in any danger? No, you're not. Right, let's hurry you away though. Is there anything I can do, or is it a foregone conclusion? I mean, I can avoid getting hit by this one, but not by this one. I mean, backwards won't help. Backwards won't help here. What I will do though, gamble that the troop transport won't sink and try and turn away to port. But this looks like a good hit annoyingly that they're going to get, so I wouldn't really expect good things here. We'll get this troop transport away at least. So one torpedo hit. So how badly has this ship been hit? Propulsion, heavy damage. Everything else is fine. But there's a distinct list to starboard going on. And that's not something I like. Right, we'll have to do another hard turn to starboard to avoid the tanker over here. Can we fire a broadside? No. It seems we can't. Right, well, I'll just fire with the front turrets then. So now they're saying 12.6. I'll go down to 12.5, seeing as we've come forward a bit ourselves as well. Shoot. Oh, that looks good. No, that looks good. That might persuade them to dive away potentially, or even, well, maybe not even disengage, but diving away I would still consider a relative victory, because then, well, if they disengage, yeah, actually disengaging outright would also be a victory, because what that would mean is that we would we will have saved all the convoy. Tanker's looking alright. Well, at least this tanker is. I don't see any torpedoes, so you can carry on running away. Now then. This tanker is in a tricky situation. But if I do backwards and harder starboard again... Yeah, we didn't reach it. We just about managed to sort of sneak in. You go flank this time and harder starboard. Right, we seem to have... Yeah, you're alright. Seem to have dodged them for the most part. I'm going to continue the gamble. Try and turn away as best as you can. Yeah, this C2 freighter won't catch up to the torpedoes, I don't think, even if I do harder ports. Yep. And this troop transport is relative, well, it's safe right now, but it might not be for much longer. So no hits recorded this turn. Are they going to dive? Yes! No! They've left combat. Well, I consider this a victory. On the British side, the destroyer Boreas received no damage, the destroyer Saint Laurent ends with light damage, the merchant ship large freighters received no damage, the T2 tankers received no damage, the C3 freighter received no damage, the C2 freighter received no damage, one troop transport received light damage from a torpedo hit, and another troop transport received no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-527 received light damage. Nothing sunk in either category for either side, 0 renown earned, but the convoy is safe, and that's what the aim of the game is, to keep the convoys safe. Right, no convoy this time, but it's still week 2.5 of January 1942. The weather is cloudy and we are in the Azore Isles. The Bulldog and the Vanek, two destroyers, have come under attack in the afternoon from the submarines U-532 and U-542. The submarines have the initiative. Right, U-532 fires 4 torpedoes, I'm guessing. Yep. And U-542, no action. Right. How far away are they? It's clearly a 3-turn shot. Will a hard turn to port flank do it or not? I think it will. We might come close, but I think we'll just about swing around, yeah, before we get too close. Right, we'll hold fire for now, because we're a bit too far away. And this is the other submarine, I'm guessing. Yes, it is. Right, flank, hard to starboard, and let's get close enough to drop a torpedo and finish the engagement. No action, no action. 10 degrees should put us on course to the, yep, to the submarine, very nice. And how far away are you? You're still very far away. Hard turn to starboard. Puts you on course to that submarine. Good. Good, good, good. No action. And no action, right. I am very much aware that one of the submarines hasn't fired its torpedoes yet, so that will be something that needs to be watched out for. Stand by the torpedo tubes. Drop and splash incoming. There it is. We've launched our own torpedo now. Right, you're still too far away, so I will simply have you move forward. Right, you're still a little bit too far away, but when we turn it'll be all right. I'm guessing they're going to fire a torpedo. Yes, they are. We can easily avoid it. It's not a catastrophic development. So that's U-532 sunk. Where's the... Oh, is this the one that... I'm confused now. This is the submarine that we just sank, right? That's it over here? Yes, right, I was about to say, because there were two submarines and I was worried for a moment there that both destroyers are heading towards the same submarine. Right, let's go hard a port and dodge the torpedo. Good. Hold fire for now. It's time for the Vanek to get into position for a drop and splash. Hard a starboard. Right, 4,000 yards. Very nice distance. I suppose I could have tried to fire a bit earlier. No, but it's fine. It's, you know, it's better to be methodical and to just, you know, do things the proper way and come out, you know, well, than to try and be clever and fancy and mess things up. Mind you, I sometimes mess things up as well, even though I try to be methodical. But I guess we all mess up sometimes. Right, action report. On the British side, the destroyers Bulldog and Vanek received no damage. On the German side, the submarines U-532 and U-542 were sunk for 1,032 tons each. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side 2,064. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0, 2,064 renown earned. Oh no. Not good. It is still week 2.5 of January 1942. Very eventful, the second week of January 1942. We're down in the Canary Islands in sunny weather. The heavy cruiser Exeter, the destroyer Acasta, are escorting a convoy of merchant ship, T2 tankers, C3 freighters, a C2 freighter and a troop transport. And they have all come under the attack of full Wolfpack or just mini Wolfpack? Let me know. Is 4 U-boats full Wolfpack or a mini one? The submarines attacking U-267, U-531, U-538 and U-541. They of course, as always, have the initiative. Might be bad news for the Exeter potentially. Right, let's see how terrible the situation will be. U-267 has fired torpedoes. U-531 has fired torpedoes at the destroyer. We'll miss those quite easily. U-538 fires torpedoes. I'm guessing these are for the Exeter or not? And U-541 with torpedoes. Right, so 16 torpedoes are in the water now. Well, what do you want to do? I don't know. Run away and pretend I wasn't here? No, that's not really an option. Right, well, how can we see all the submarines where they are? No, we can't even see all the submarines where they're at. Well, that is a shame. Has this torpedo fired submarines at the Exeter? Yes, it seems to have done, yes. This torpedo has fired some submarines at the Exeter. Slip of the tongue, I see. Right, well, seeing as this is the situation, because I am desperate, I will fire with the Exeter. I know this might break the game, but hopefully it doesn't, and I mean, I am desperate. I'm not going to give away tonnage just because the game is, you know, broken in some way. Or should we go for someone else entirely? No, because the transport will generally be turning this way and they'll be heading this way, so yeah, that's the submarine I'll go for. Are we pointing at them already? Yes, we are. We do not have a suggested elevation. What do we reckon? 15 degrees maybe? I'll go 10. I'll go 10 degrees and just see where that places us. Well, 10.7 is close enough. Alright, shoot. The game didn't break. Right, so those were long. 3,800, but dare I say, if we go 1/3 speed and go harder port, yes, we can do a drop and splash immediately. Right, good. Good. Right. Very quick. So that immediately takes out one of the submarines. Now, we've seen the Rodney destroy a submarine with 16-inch shells. My question, however, is, can the Exeter destroy a submarine with 8-inch high explosive shells? I mean, with the I'm being pushed. Being pushed somewhere I don't want to be. Backwards and harder starboard it is for the troop transport. C2 freighter. Oh, you're getting slapped. C3 freighter. Yeah, you're getting slapped as well, aren't you? Yeah, that's not gone well. We will be seeing many torpedo impacts now, and the reason for that is that we have to deal with 16 torpedoes in the water. And by the way, that's quite a lot. 16 is a lot to be dealing with. So some tonnage will inevitably be lost, despite my best efforts to prevent that from happening. But then again, like, you have to remember that in real life tonnage was lost as well. And I'm pretty sure people weren't lackluster about it then. I'm pretty sure people weren't like, oh, it's fine if we lose tonnage, you know, whatever. Like, I'm sure that in real life you did everything you could to prevent tonnage being lost as well. Or at least I'd like to think you would. Well, no, you did, yes. You had to have done. Backwards. These will go... No. Flank and harder port. We're not going to catch up to them. Well, here we go. Right, that's one hit. And one ship sunk. There's still more to deal with. Here comes our torpedo. So we're 1 for 1 so far. 1 for 1. Exeter, let's move you along then. We're just going to move the Exeter on a straight line. So it seems we can use our guns this time. Thank you very much. We can try and work out... Oh, that's miles away. I'll go down 3 degrees. Right, let's try 7.9. Shoot! Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. 6013. What I'm going to do now is, I'm trying to think, can I'm going to gamble and potentially put my destroyer in harm's way and hope that that torpedo doesn't reach me. Although now that I, well, how far away are they? 9,800. So I don't think that'll reach me. Yeah. Oh, that's not looking good. Well, this is going to be really close no matter what I do. No, it's going to clip it. It's getting clipped. No, 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 no. Right. I'm gonna have to see if the tank, yeah, this tank is getting hit, I think. But we'll see if we can potentially outrun those torpedoes over there. This C3 freighter can... unfortunately backwards and hard at port to make sure we don't get in front of this torpedo here. Right, here we go. So that's 2 hits. Now interesting, the submarine that seemed to have got hit has decided to stay in the fight. Well, we're going to make them regret that decision. They're saying 7.9 was good. Was it good? I'd say it's a little bit short. Say 8.1 perhaps? Shoot! Right, my gamble paid off. The destroyer is still here with us. Good. You can go and hunt down these other subs over there. Tanker got hit, but no damage. Alright, that's fine. Continue to run away, please. Troop transport got hit. No damage as well. Right, continue to run away then. As best as you can, of course. Yeah, I think just try and turn around again. Seeing as those torpedoes no longer need to be avoided. Oh, that's close. That is close. Let's go harder port and hopefully the stern's a good distance away. Right, this T2 tanker will outrun that torpedo. Big move, big move. Alright, that's about it. That's the best we're gonna get. Alright, harder port, flank, and turn. Right, so after the initial barrage, we've capped all but one of our ships. Unfortunately, 2 more ships have been hit and damaged, which is not good, obviously. We need that destroyer though to get to a place where the other submarines can be attacked. So 8 was still a bit short, I would say. Let's go to 8.2. Shoot. Alright, that's got to have damaged something. I refuse to believe that will have just not phased them at all. Have you got a torpedo heading towards you? Yes. Harder port. And harder starboard for you, I think. And that's not for you, but it's still a threat. We'll go harder port. You seem relatively safe. Let's turn you to port. You seem relatively safe. Turn to port. You are not safe. You are in grave danger. Backwards and harder port. Although you're still getting clipped, I believe. Yep, unfortunately we couldn't avoid that one. Right, U-538 has been knocked out of the fight. Good job, Exeter. So that means we just need to go after these two submarines over here. Right, Exeter, hard to starboard. And you will now go after... It's that submarine over here, I believe, that we're targeting. No, it's not. There's one... That one can be dealt with by the Acasta. Although if we get over here, we'll probably be able to see the other one a bit better. It's over here. Oh, so it's basically the same. Right, what sort of distance are we looking at? I'm just going to try 8.3 again, seeing as that worked last time. Of course it could be wrong. Dare I say it probably is wrong. Hopefully we don't hit the tanker by mistake. Well, let's find out. Shoot. Yeah, we're all right. Where's the submarine out of idle curiosity? I can't see it anywhere. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Oh, that was miles. 8.2 was rubbish. We're nowhere near. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, seeing as we're still a long way away, I'm going to open up with the destroyer on the second submarine. It probably won't do much, but you know, when you're in a situation like this, even just getting them off your back is arguably something good. Where is the submarine out of curiosity? I can't see them anywhere. There's that one, so the other one should be... Oh, it's right over there. Ah, yes, hidden perfectly by the superstructure of the freighter. Shoot. No, that's not close enough to cause damage. Let's move you away. Any torpedoes headed for you? Yes, there are. So you carry on straight. Any torpedoes headed for you? None whatsoever. So you can turn to port and just generally move away from the submarines. Any torpedoes headed for you? None that I can see. So I'm going to say there aren't any. Let's go harder port and try and run away as best as we can. Any torpedoes headed for you? Nope, not this time. Continue to run away then. Now you've been hit by a torpedo, I can tell. If I didn't know the damage report on this, I would have said the pumps are damaged. Or are the pumps damaged and they're just not telling me, they're lying to me. I don't want to go up to flank. I mean, I do, but at the same time, you don't want to go fast like that. I'll go 1/3 speed. Maybe 2/3. Fine, I'll go 2/3, but I do this rather unwillingly. One of the freighters are going to get hit by a torpedo, I can tell. Right, let's turn the Exeter 5 degrees to starboard and dramatically increase the elevation. We were miles away. I'm going straight up to 12 degrees. 12 and a half. Let's see if that gets us any closer. Shoot! So this is the periscope and this is where our shells landed, so it wasn't quite where we needed. We still need a little bit more welly on the elevation, but we were much closer this time. 5,600, do you know what? I'm gonna fire one more time anyway. I'm gonna fire again. Shoot. Alright, so that's hit the stern, I think. So in theory they might be persuaded to run away. Or at the very least dive. But then we can get the depth charges out. Which, ironically enough, I don't use very often. I think I've only used them like a couple of times so far in this entire series. As the British, obviously, I'm not going to be I'm not going to be using depth charges out of Germany, am I? Well, no. You could, in theory. There are a couple of engagements where the British have submarines and they'll send them in. Now you're the one that's in trouble. There's not a whole lot I can do now. I shouldn't have put this freighter over here in the first place. Going backwards and turning to port won't do much. Should we just try and outrun it? Well, that's going to fail as well, because we're not getting the stern past here at 19 knots. I'll do backwards and harder port, and let's see what that does. Maybe it won't hit anything important. I mean, it's kind of hard for it not to hit anything important. If it's going to hit, if it wasn't important, it wouldn't really be there, would it? Brace. Oh! Oh, that was quite lucky. That was quite lucky that we didn't get hit. I'm getting very worried there. So another 2 torpedoes, and they're all going for that stricken freighter over there, which means that if we lose that freighter, that'll be the only one after the first one that we lost. I think we'll only lose 2 ships in this entire engagement. So 12.5 was still short. I'll go up to 13.6. It's just over 1 degree extra elevation. Shoot! Oh, now those looked good. That looked good. Harder port stand by the torpedo tubes. Another drop and splash from the destroyer. The Acasta. if we manage to get away with this now, if not this submarine but the other one, this one over here, if this one dives away or disengages or whatever, it's only one more turn and we're basically safe after that. I'm not sure those torpedoes that have just been fired will actually... Well, actually they might do. Why is the troop transport heading straight into where the submarines are? You're not supposed to do that. Please don't do that. Then again, it's because I put it there. Alright, we won't do it. Just don't tell us to do it then and we won't do it. It's my fault it was there in the first place, clearly. Yeah, you're undamaged, you... No, wait, you are damaged. Are you the damaged one? No, it can't be. I would have been able to tell. This is the damaged one. You can tell by the big list to starboard and the two torpedoes that are heading straight towards it. Try and turn? We're getting one up the backside. Yeah, unfortunately that's it. Moment too late. Moment too late. The 267 is sunk. Just realised I forgot to check the damage upon sinking for the first freighter. We'll check this one. So propulsion and steering with heavy damage. Rolling over to starboard and sinking. Capsizing or no? Yep. Very much has capsized. Well, it's a shame that we lost those two freighters. But we managed to save the rest. Right, let's call that done. Action report. On the British side, the heavy cruiser Exeter received no damage. The destroyer Castor received no damage. One merchant ship T2 tanker received light damage. One merchant ship troop transport received light damage. One merchant ship C2 freighter was sunk for 5,500 tons. Two merchant ship C3 freighters received no damage. Another merchant ship T2 tanker received no damage. And one merchant ship C3 freighter was sunk for 8,000 tons. Warship tons sunk on the British side 0, merchant ship tons sunk on the British side 13,500, warship tons sunk on the German side 1,832, merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0, 1,832 renown earned, just as the freighter goes under. Oh, I forgot to say what happened on the German side. On the German side, the submarine... Wait, did I say it already? I'll say it again. On the German side, the submarine U-267 was sunk for 800 tons, the submarine U-531 was sunk for 1,032 tons, and the submarines U-538 and U-541 received light damage. United Kingdom, warship attacked by Axis aircraft, destroyer Fraser receives heavy damage in week 2.5 of January 1942. East Mediterranean Sea, Axis bombers attack the naval base at Alexandria, causing medium damage. Current repairs delayed by 3 turns, week 2.5 of January 1942. Right, we're in week 3 of January 1942, and I think it's time to wrap things up for this episode. We've lost a square on the tonnage war, down to 14, but, you know, well, here are the stats. We're not giving up. Battle of the Atlantic, we are in week 3 of January 1942. No further naval vessels lost for Britain. The number has been fairly consistent at 29. 121,000 tons. Merchant sunk 1,360. 5.1 million tons. Naval vessel sunk for Germany is at 285. Approaching 600,000 tons almost. So quite a lot. My guess is that we will get to 300 before this gets to 600,000. That's my guess, because we're mostly sinking submarines, and well, you're looking at around what, 15 to 20 submarines, and even if they're what, 1,000 tons each, even if they're, you know, Type 9s, 20 subs is only what, 20,000 tons, so you're going to be just short of 600,000. But either way, we'll see what happens. Maybe there are some surface ships that still could be a threat. Allied merchants sunk per month has crept up to 177,000 tons. Ships lost. It's a fairly familiar list on the British side, as it hasn't changed in quite some time. I intend to keep it that way. Whereas the German list is ever expanding. You just look at them all. It's mostly U-boats, but you do see some surface ships in there as well. But anyway, that is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. If you enjoy the content, if you're enjoying the series, and you haven't already, then please leave a like and subscribe. Share the video, the channel, with people who you think might enjoy the content. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.